Here I go. It's my turn. I set.
Where is the signature turn 1 play? Turn 1 Diva. Diva summon infantry from the deck.
With that,
Nope.
I end my turn.
Don't overthink it. Just go.
Back to Zuzu.
My turn.
First movement solo is very good turn 1. Also this. Ostinato is only activatable if you control no monsters. So Melodious deck, their best openers are 4 cards within their deck. They might only play 3 total, though. If we look at Melodious, and we look at how the deck's being played. There you go. First movement solo in the Ostinato. Both of them are 1-card fusion plays. 1 card, get you a fusion. Bloom Diva cannot be destroyed by battle or card effects. And you take no battle damage. Also, destroy any special summon monster you battle with. Let's get to it.
Melodious Diva.
Will Vinny have an out? Vinny had a Fiendish Chain game 1. But that's just 1 Fiendish Chain. Special summoning a Mozarda by sending the score to the graveyard. Mozarda could special summon a Light Fairy from the hand. Come forward, Soprano. Soprano could then add the score in the graveyard back to the hand. Score during the damage step can be discarded to reduce a monster to 0 attack and 0 defense. Treacherous Skill Hole whipping out not a free win as he has Bloom Diva, which is indestructible. Still adding the score back to the hand.
I'll set a card.
Get setting. We said setting. Poking for 1,000. How do we deal with the Bloom Diva? MST on the attack, taking out one of the back row 2 set cards.
It destroys a spell or trap card on the field.
Pop in the Necrofusion. Necrofusion could have fused during the opponent's turn by banishing fusion materials from the grave. The Ostinato has to destroy the fusion monster during the end phase, but the Bloom Diva is indestructible.
My turn.
The biggest counter to Bloom Diva is simply setting a monster with 1,000 defense or higher. The Bloom Diva cannot get over it. But that's why we have Soprano. Soprano with 1,400 attack will surely get over this monster. Nope. We're going to have to discard a score to reduce the defense to freaking 0, mate. 1,400 to the face. Good thing we had scored to reduce an infantry to 0 defense. Otherwise, he had no out.
Bring it
All
on.
you're doing is firing me up.
End my turn.
Vinny could rip into multiple different 1-card exceeds. Buzzsaw or Diva will result in a 1-card exceed. There you go.
Monsters of
Diva activates special summon a Sea Serpent from the deck.
I special summon a monster. Once I sink my teeth into you, I'll never let go.
Territory of the Sharks after summoning the infantry. Turn both into level 4. Get ready to rank 4. Exceed. Would I say Melodious is top tier? Yes. Melodious is a top tier deck. It's high potential from the top player council. You could read all their comments about Melodious. And also on the current power rankings, they are at tier 3. Tier 3 power rankings.
I flip over my set card.
Fiendish Chain, lock up and negate the Melodious, but MST will negate the Fiendish Chain. Rip.
I activate a quick play spell.
Now the infantry will not be able to destroy the Bloom Diva.
47. Nightmare Shark.
Infantry's about to activate right now.
I
Activating infantry, targeting the Soprano. Why target the Soprano when you could attack over Soprano for some damage?
This is when I
So popped the Soprano for no reason. Missed out on about 1,400 damage. I don't think that will be too relevant to this duel. This is lethal. That's 1,600 damage. You are indestructible. That's a special summon monster. Wait, no, it's 800 damage. The difference is 16, so it's 800. It's half. In TCG, that would have been lethal. Bloom Diva's been nerfed from the TCG and is still broken.
end my turn.
Now we need to deal another 800 damage. If we swing into the Black Raid Lancer, the original attack of the Black Raid Lancer is at 2,100. The Black Raid Lancer could protect itself from destruction on the first attack, and I believe she only deals damage if she destroys the monster. It says, after damage calculation, you can inflict damage to your opponent equal to half the difference of the original attack of that monster and destroy. So it will still inflict damage. Double attack in a Black Ray Lancer's game. First attack, deal damage, attempt to destroy, not enough damage. Burning, detach to protect from destruction. Let's go. I'll tell you what counters this card. Okay, don't worry. Don't worry. We'll get into the counters. Marksman swinging in, going to deal no damage and do nothing, and then surrender. Surrendering under the power of Bloom freaking Diva, surrendering to a freaking lolly. What the hell? So how do you deal with this? Just simply by popularity. The popular cards going down the list. Malevolent Sin deals with her. Malevolent Sin, banish her, you're okay. Let's keep on going to see if we have any other outs. We scroll down, that's for that. Fiendish Chain, will negate her. Chalice, will negate her. Let's move on. Diamond Direwolf cannot destroy her, she's indestructible. Cyber / Harpy could return her back to the extra deck. So that is a counter. Moving on. Canadia's not an out. If you could get her into defense, Corbage could return her back on the deck. It's kind of a 2-card combo play because they're not going to summon her in defense. She's going to be in attack position. So Corbage, kind of an out, but not really. The Heliopolis cannot out her. There's really not a lot of outs. I'm scrolling. I'm just going to stop here. Karma Cut. There you go. Karma Cut. So that's how many rows to get 6 counters. That was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So out of 35 cards, only 6 of them. The top 35 cards, only 6 cards of the top 35 could counter her. All right, let's go. YouTube, we are in the grand finals. Make sure you click join on YouTube. Use your mother's credit card to gain access to all of the events, the discussions, the help. Click on discord.gg/duellinksmeta. It is the largest, most active Discord for events, discussions, and help. Accept the invite. And then once you are in the Discord, click on user settings, click on connections, click on YouTube and my channel. And then you have everything unlocked. You could join all of the events. Here are the events I provide. You could also check out Spicy win streaks. I'm going to show you something spicy already. Let's go. Gladiator, spicy. What is spicy about this? He went on a 6 win streak. What else is spicy? I'll give you one more deck. I love this channel. Triamid, not that spicy. Ooh, Triple D with some Pendulum, Eccentric, and the Photon Eyes Advance. I'm sure that's his name, right? I just put Photon in it. That is the Discord. There's so much to look at, so much discussions. Each different deck type, discuss what's good, what's not good. Let's go. Grand Finals.
There can only be one winner, and you're looking at him. Let's go.
YouTube, if you are watching live, you gain star chips from watching. You can also vote your star chips on who you think's going to win. They think Trap's going to win. Why is that? Let's focus on that. Trap at the top, Jordy at the bottom. Let's hop right into it. And we're going to try out some cross duel right after this match. Turn 1, Harpy Hunting Grounds, get poppin'. He's going to discard a Harpy, summon a Perfumer, add a Harpy spell from the deck to the hand, also popping his own Harpy Hunting Ground. What's very important for this matchup is that you don't play Harpy Hunting Ground. For the side deck, you want to side deck out of Harpy Hunting Ground, play Tie That Binds. That's very good. We are Shokanen into a Cyber / Harpy. On the activation of any spell or trap, the Cyber / will return any monster on the field back to the hand. Feather Rest will return 3 Harpies back on the deck to draw 2. Yes. Do we have the in-game music? What's going on? There we go. Focus. Oracle's insane. Oracle is able to add the Harpy Hunting Ground back to the hand during the end phase. So next turn, he's going to be using the Harpy Hunting Ground to get popping. 5 cards in the hand. This is not as broken as a turn 1 Patriarch, which only allows 1 Harpy to be on the field. You could use Elegant Egotist even if you don't control a Harpy and your opponent does. That's crazy. Without using the normal summon, we now have a Harpy on the field. Channeler could discard a Harpy to summon a Harpy from the deck, but very likely that back row card will be flipped up no matter what it is to at least return the Channeler back to the hand through the Cyber Slash Harpy effect. The Patriarch will be able to target a Harpy on the field, then destroy all other Harpies in the field. That's exactly what's happening. No way is he allowing him to summon the Patriarch. Wow. Now, clicking on the Patriarch, we can see what decks it's being used in. We can click on Harpies. You can see the full breakdown of Harpies, and we can see a good sample deck list of how the deck's being played. What could the back row be? Maybe Book of Moon, Fiendish? That's probably why he doesn't care. He might have a Fiendish Chain to stop the Patriarch. Going in with the Patriarch onto the Oracle. He's got a Swallow Nest. Well, he was hoping to chain the Patriarch to the Swallow Nest to chain link block the Cyber Slash Harpy, but he could not because there's no other Harpy on the field. He went for a big brain play, but then got outplayed. Summoning a Glyph from the deck, Glyph popping the Fiendish Chain. Holy moly, that was insane. Goodbye, everything. If you chain the Patriarch to the Swallow Nest, you don't get returned back to the extra deck. You destroy the Cyber Slash Harpy, and all is well. Perfumer activating, grabbing an Elegant Egotist. What do you all think about the Glyph? Glyph is great. Glyph is usable with the Swallow Nest, pops a back row, plays around the Patriarch. You could exceed with it. You could have a Harpy and a Glyph, exceed, take out the Patriarch. Otherwise, Harpies just fall to the Patriarch. There you go. The Patriarchy is here. Elegant Egotist summoning a Harpy from the deck. Open field's lethal. Lethal damage. Trap taking an epic Game 1 victory. After an incredibly tense situation where we had Patriarch versus a back row and a Cyber Slash Harpy planning on chain link blocking, but it did not work out. Trap at the top going first. Swapped skills. Now playing Yugi, no longer playing Mai. Taking out the Harpy Hunting Ground. You're excited for Pendulum summoning in Cross Duel? Well, in Cross Duel, everything is a Pendulum summon. There's no limit to summoning your monsters. You just summon them all. You could dump your entire hand on the field. It's always Pendulum summoning. Perfumer activating after being summoned from the deck by discarding a Perfumer with the Channeler. Going to search for a Harpy spell. Perfumer thinking about, what do we search? Do we search a Harpy Hunting Ground if we're playing it? Do we search an Elegant Egotist for an additional summon? Do we search for the Feather Rest to maybe draw some back row? There's so many different options here. The Harpy Hunting Ground is going to help you on your next turn. The Elegant Egotist is going to help you right now. And the Feather Rest will help you set back row. Come forth and summon Harpy Lady 1. This is perfect. Now that we have another Harpy on the field, we can make the Patriarch, and then we could target our own Harpy with the Patriarch effect, which will prevent the opponent from even being able to summon a Harpy. What the hell? That's broken. The Patriarch. We got one back row set. Jordy, I hope you have an out. I hope you don't lose to this straight up. Come on. Hey, if he set a Fiendish Chain, Canadia, or Treacherous, that'd be great. And yes, that's Treacherous even post-ban list. We are playing by the ban list. Triple back row. He knows he can't summon a Harpy because the Patriarch will destroy it by targeting the Channeler. All Harpies become Harpy Lady on the field, and you can only have one monster name on the field. With a big play, he's winding up. Is he going in for lethal? Now, normally this is not lethal, but because of Tie That Binds, you could boost up the Patriarch and the Channeler to 4,000 damage. Glyph is here to pop a back row card. That is a big deal because if the back row card is a Canadia, you flip down the Patriarch, but then the Patriarch flips right back up. That's exactly the same thing. Book of Moon. Book of Moon the Patriarch, then it goes right back up. Swallowing up the Glyph instead of being flipped face down. We're going to summon a Harpy from the deck. Good thing we do not have a Harpy Hunting Ground pop in the back row. The Glyph is pretty much a built-in Harpy Hunting Ground on its summon, forcing out that Book of Moon. An Oracle, okay. Oracle in the end phase will add the Elegant Egotist back to the hand. When this card is summoned, you could add a spell trap from your graveyard that lists Harpy Lady Sisters in its text. Tie that binds, boosting up the fields. This is a lethal play. Anything to flip down the Patriarch. Come on, you had one Book of Moon out of 3 cards. You got to have another Book of Moon. Takes the 16. That's fine. He could not take this attack. He must stop it. There you go. Book of Moon. Flip it down. If he has a Lance, then he could still push through. He does not. He could not keep the Patriarch face up on the field. 700 life, flipping up a Swallow Nest. Say it ain't so. Please have another card. Please stop this attack. He did not. Holy moly. Glyph and double Swallow Nest for the win. Harpies have won. Good job, Trap, on the 2-0 victory. Let's do it. We are 3 big tournaments into the new Arc 5 world. We had a Meta Weekly over $200. We had it over $1,400 Meta Championship Series. And now, after the dust has settled, more than a week into the new world, what's good? This is the 3rd event. Let's see what happened. Boom. Harpies, 23 of them have joined and 10 of them have topped. That's a lot of Harpies. Now, within the top 32, we are seeing Synchron. I like to see that. Tech Janus, Resonator, Lunalight, Block Dragon. Those are the one-of decks. 2 Yosenju. Are they using Pendulum? Probably not. Magnet Warrior, Gaia, Blue Eyes, Water Exceed, and Melodious. Dkayed. What's going on? New world means new Pendulum summoning. Why is Pendulum not good? So the answer is yes, Pendulum's not good, but why? It costs too much to play the Pendulum scales that make a play, and the Harpy Hunting Ground is too disruptive. Harpy Hunting Ground is popping the Pendulum scales, and it also costs too much to play Pendulum scale. There's 2 cards out of your hand to set them up. Not cool, and then you have to have the correct ones. If we had a bunch of scales that were counting as a low scale and a high scale, where you wouldn't brick by drawing 2 low scales or 2 high scales, that's another way they can improve pendulums. Maybe a skill can just change the pendulum scale numbers to whatever you want them to be. Or another skill, and yeah, I'm sorry, skills are going to be the way to fix this. Return a card back in your hand, play 2 pendulum scales from your deck. That might be a way. Now, let's get into it. Or, you know, at minimum, return 1 to grab 1 pendulum scale to get which one you want. We're going to need something like that. Level dupe for pendulum scales, changing the pendulum scales in the fields. Now, let's get into the decks. We're going to start with the top 2 being Harpies. Okay, Jordy, anything interesting here? Triple Book of Moon, triple Swallow Nest. Absolutely nothing from the Arc 5 world. Not even non-pendulum related. And then we have Trap with Glyph. Glyph is life. Glyph pops a back row card, is usable at Swallow Nest. It plays around the Patriarch. It's great. Now let's get to the bottom. Very quickly, we'll only stop on things that are interesting. What's interesting here, triple Hysteric Party. I love Hysteric Party. It's amazing. Good job, Egg. We have Drizzles with Magnets. Destiny Draw, your Lightning Vortex. We have the Oasis of the Dragon Souls. That's very good for special summoning a magnet from the graveyard. I like it. I like this deck. Looks good. I plan on playing it. I do want to abuse the Oasis. Blue Eyes looking super standard on standard. Karma Cut in the side. Gaia, you have to return a monster to use a skill. Eccentric, hey, the best Arc 5 card is here. It is a Pendulum, but you don't Pendulum summon with it. Whoa! Resonators made it. They made it. Great. Good job, Omar. Happy to see this. This is the way to play. Then we have Harpies. Then we have more Harpies. Water Exceed. Okay, nothing too interesting here. Nothing crazy. More Water Exceed. We have Melodious. Melodious is the best Arc 5 deck from the new Arc 5 worlds. Not Pendulum Summoning, not Super Heavy Samurai, not the Yosenju because they're playing it the old way. This is it. Why? Because the Bloom Diva is nuts. We have more Harpies from Junior Nova. Hey, what is this? A new way to play TG with the tuner level balancer. What does this do? Increase or decrease the level of a TG tuner by 2 until the end of the turn. This can only be used once per turn. If you use this skill to change the level of a monster other than a synchro monster, you cannot use this skill again for the rest of the duel. So what you do is you use it on your Star Guardian. You change the level of Star Guardian, and as long as you are changing the level of Star Guardian and not a non-synchro, then you will be able to use the skill every single turn. Tommy. There is another Harpy deck. Good job, Tommy. Raw. Top 4 Melodious. Moving on. El Commodore's deck list is this. Grucius, if you want to see Grucius with Yosenju. Wait, more Melodious with the skill Prisoner? Charity. No Charity. How many Melodious made the top 32? 5 Melodious. Holy moly. Screenshot it, yoink it, grab it. Necroid Synchroed is the really good card. Really good, really good. But you still made top 32. Very nice. And that's it. Those are the top decks. That's the top 16, even though we're showing the top 32. Let us know if you really want us to always show the top 32. Let's do it.